And why wasn't this animated? Why was these parts of the manga not animated? Why didn't they go back and animate this? I finished reading volume 23 of Slam Dunk, as well as volume 24 and volume 25 as well. I watched all of Slam Dunk, and they got to the national tournament at the end of the anime. And then it cuts off, and there's no more anime for that until the movie comes out, the first Slam Dunk movie, which animates the last game of the manga, which is pretty much the last part of the manga, you know what I mean? But in volume 23 and 24 and 25 picks the very first game of the national tournament, the very first part of the national tournament, but they never actually went back and animated that. Why didn't you? You could have just easily done 2 movies, animated the first game of the national tournament, and then animated the second game of the national tournament, and then still had it end in the same way. It would have been way better. Now you're missing out on a very important part if you're watching the anime, and you have to read it in the manga like I did. That's why I read this. I haven't read any of the other Slam Dunk volumes. If you go back in my page, I haven't read any Slam Dunk stuff. Well, the reason I'm reading this is because they didn't fully animate one little tiny part of the series, actually really important to the series. It was set up at the end of the original anime run, even though this feels like it was kind of rushed too, because they went straight from going to the national tournament and only having 2 games in the national tournament. And then the series ends, which I really feel kind of a letdown on that one, you know? Overall, Slam Dunk is a really good series. I really enjoyed Slam Dunk as the anime, and the manga is actually pretty good too, what I've read of it, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. Anyways, if you want more manga recommendations, hit me up. If you have questions about this series or any other series, don't hesitate to ask. And as always, like and follow for more manga talk and leave me thoughts.